Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a redneck upgrade.
A really redneck upgrade.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So, a little public service announcement. If you try this yourself, don't get mad at us if it doesn't work, because we don't even know if it's going to work yet.
We don't know whether it's going to work short term or long term.
Yeah.
This is just an idea that we had. We needed this done, and we just figured out the best way we could figure it for now. At some time in the future, it may fall apart and we'll have to redo it a different way.
And if it does, you guys will probably see a video on it.
You'll probably find out, yeah.
We did a video a while back on our router sled setup. We have the Crafted Elements router sled, and we came up with a system that really we're surprised every time we set it up, because it works every time perfectly. The issue is we have no dust collection. We don't have dust collection on pretty much anything.
Yeah.
But doing the router sled setup, it takes a ton of wood, makes a ton of sawdust. So we've been wanting to do this for a while.
Shout out to Crafted Elements. We love their router sled, and we bought their little dust collection attachment thing. The apron that goes around the plate, along with the port. The little port, which is absolutely perfect.
So the first thing we did is we got, what is this? It's a 6 horsepower, 14-gallon rigid vacuum.
Yep.
And that was like 99 bucks?
It was on sale, yeah, it was on sale for like 99 bucks. Normally 129 or 149, I can't remember.
So we got that thing, and the whole thing is, it can't just be sitting on the table while we're running the router sled. And we didn't want it on the floor, so we decided to raise it above the table and see if it works. Now, to do that, we used a couple of small hooks and then some pulleys that you got at Home Depot too.
Yep.
What were those, like $5 a piece, 10 bucks?
Yeah, they were about $5 to $6 a piece, something like that.
We wanted to run it over our light system, and we wanted not to have to get on top of the table in order to run it. We hooked it up, we took the handle off. Stick around till the end, because we came up with a much better attachment system than this chain. We put a piece of chain on there with a carabiner and then attached the rope to it. We ran the rope all the way across the shop to the pulleys, and then we set up a little tiny hook on there with a knot in the rope. That way it would just hold it up.
Theoretically, yeah.
Theoretically. And it's empty right now. We haven't used it once. So once it has 14 gallons of sawdust, we'll probably have to take it down and empty it after every time.
I would assume. And honestly, it's not really going to live here. It's going to live over in another part of our shop where my panel saw is. That's probably where it's going to spend 95% of its time. It just needs to be portable to come over and work for this situation when we've got it. So what we're going to do to test this thing out is, this is an old board that I've had kicking around for about a decade. This was a sign that I had made for somebody, and they never picked it up. Fortunately, I did get paid for it. That was a good thing. It's a really nice piece of redwood perfect plank, and it just seems a shame to cut it up and burn it for firewood. It's pretty heavy, so we're just going to surface this thing down and get back to regular wood on it. Well, then let's just set this up. We've got to put this in place, and then we're gonna
see
what
if it
happens.
works.
Yeah.
Now, one thing you might be asking yourself is, how do you turn it on and off without crawling on the table? Yes, sir.
Oh.
Yes, sir. You can get these on Amazon.
Pretty cool.
These are the best thing ever. I don't even know what they're called. We have one on our little gazebo where we just hit a button and all the lights turn on at night. It is fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Holy crap.
Oh yeah, it just vacuumed all that up without the router on, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
It worked.
I am shocked. It actually worked. It worked. Honestly, it worked better. It picked up more than I thought it would.
Yeah, even I'll try to get it to, when I'm editing, get you guys to see. But once Dad turned off the router, there was still a decent amount of sawdust, but the vacuum was still going. As he moved it, it sucked up most of the sawdust that was on the board.
Right, without the router running. But the big thing is we're in our shop, completely enclosed. We got the big door down, and normally there would be a cloud. It would be like a bar in here. And there's like, I don't see any sign of that at all.
No.
I'm shocked it picked up as much as it did. Now the trick is let's look in the vacuum and see how much it actually did.
Let me lower this thing. So that's one nice thing about our Redneck deal here, is to raise and lower it. I don't have to climb on the table, because I'm getting a little too old for that crap. Oh, okay, that's something we got to fix. That's a little tight.
Oh, a little tight there?
Yeah, so
okay.
I just got to loosen that up, but that's no big deal.
Let's just lift this off.
Dad, we got plenty of room this way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, let's see how much is in there.
Wow.
That's not as much as I thought.
I thought it would be more than that.
I did too.
But I guess because we were only taking like 1/8 of an inch off that little board. But the main thing is, man, what did it pull? 90%, maybe 80%?
Yeah, I'd say somewhere around there.
Yeah. I am super satisfied with that. Absolutely. I thought it would be more of a shock. There'd be more sawdust in that in there. But the main thing is, whatever we took off of there, I think at a minimum of 80% of it ended up here, because none of it, to the naked eye, ended up in the air.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Now everybody can stop yelling at us about respirators, at least on this operation.
Yeah, but normally speaking, when we do something like that, we have this door open, and then we have fans blowing to try and blow outside as much as possible. But man, now this is the one thing I'm a little concerned about. I don't know how long this is going to last, but being as that it's not going to live here suspended by this chain, 100% of the time, probably only, 2% of the time, I think it's going to be okay. All right, guys, it's been a few days since we filmed that video, and it's just been kind of bugging me. The whole thing is just hanging on this chain, and I just didn't like it, so here's what we did. So instead of the chain, I took that off, and I put a platform on it, and I put big long screws in here where the chain was connected before. So then what I did was I created some little handles that just fit in the handles that are there, and they kind of lock into place, so they're easily removed. So they have this little thing on the end, and it just kind of goes right in place, and the pin goes in there, just a little nail. And now what I do is I've got a different chain hooked on with carabiners, and then boom, that's where it hangs from. So it's not just hanging from, these two bolts, it's hanging from something that's nice and substantial, and all the weight really is here. Now this chain is not the best. I might replace that with a little bit heavier chain, but so far I've tried it 2 or 3 times and it seems to work great. So this has a much better stance to it, and it is balanced over the top. This is the center of the vacuum, so it basically hangs really straight.
Well, another Redneck upgrade, you guys.
There you go.
We're not exactly Izzy Swan over here.
That's right. We're the anti-Izzy.
Yes. He's a great guy, so don't take that the wrong way.
We love Izzy.
Yeah,
We've been to his shop. We love Izzy Swan. But He's a genius. He just is. He just is. So he would have had this thing all motorized, but
not us. We're
Izzy ain't here.
Yeah. So, guys, again, if you try this and it doesn't work out, don't get mad at us.
Yeah.
We're surprised it worked out this time.
I'm freaking stoked, man.
Yeah.
I'm really,
Yeah.
really pleased with that.
So we got a little more to do on that, but we took off, what'd you say, about an 1/8 inch?
At least an 1/8 of an inch, maybe a little bit more. So I've got to surface some more down, but you guys, we showed what we needed to show.
Yeah. All right, guys. So as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out the website, makeawoodsign.com, for all your sign carving supply needs.
Yep.
And
we'll see you on the next one. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.